Hello my YouTubities, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking all about my February favorites. I cannot believe February is here and gone already. It's such a short month and I think I forget that every time it comes back again. I'm like, oh, February is just another month, and then it's gone. I'm like, what? So I wanted to share with you some of my favorites for the month, things that I've been using almost every single day. I'm wearing like 5 products on my face right now. That's a lot. So if you guys enjoy favorites videos, be sure to give this one a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe because I do upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. The first products I'm going to talk about are all from the same brand. They are from the Zara line. So Zara came out with liquid lipsticks as well as bullet lipsticks. And at least that's when I bought them. I know that they've come out with lip liners as well and like a jumbo stick, but I just picked up 3 of their regular lipsticks. I have the shade UM01 and UM15. These are their bullet lipsticks. I will swatch them for you. This first one is a gorgeous matte shade and I have been wearing this a ton. It glides on without barely touching it to my hand at all. It's incredibly pigmented. The Zara lipstick line is also very affordable. The bullet lipsticks are $12.90 and the liquid lipsticks are $9.90. So they're pretty affordable. This is again the shade UM01 and this is the bright beautiful red that you can wear on any occasion, especially for holidays. These are some of the most pigmented lipsticks I have ever tried. They're so comfortable on your lips. You don't even feel them on your lips and they are very long wearing. And then the one that I have on currently is the shade M11. It's their liquid lipstick formula. I love the doe foot on here. It is incredibly pigmented as well, but I tried to go for more of the neutral shades that I know I would wear. The Zara lipsticks are also magnetic, so they're like NARS lipsticks in terms of packaging, but they're just so much better. Moving on, I want to include my bronzer that I've been using for the month. It's from Milani. It's their Silky Matte bronzer in the shade Sunkissed. This is what I have on my cheeks today. It is a perfect neutral between a contour and a bronzer. You can use it for both. I just would say that if you're using this, be very careful because it is extremely pigmented. You can get carried away so fast. But yeah, I have it on my cheeks today and this gives me a great shadow without it being so warm and orange. I hate when bronzers are so warm and orange. I just can't stand it. But this is a perfect middle tone, at least for my skin tone, and I really love the formula. It goes on very smooth and it blends well. Just everything about this bronzer is amazing and it is from the drugstore, so that's a plus. Next, I have the foundation that I'm wearing on my face, and I'm just going to give you a heads up. I have 3 foundations to share with you guys that I've been loving this month. This is the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation. I never thought I would include a stick foundation in one of my favorites videos because I'm just not a huge fan of the stick foundation thing. I feel like it's overpriced and you don't really get your money's worth out of it. However, I bought this for a wear test Wednesday, and so I'm like, well, I might as well use it up, and it's what I have on my skin right now. Now, this doesn't claim to necessarily be matte, but it is so natural looking on my skin. I love how easily this applies. It's very pigmented, so a little goes a very long way, and I love the formula. It is creamy enough that you can blend it on with a brush. I use the It Cosmetics Love as the foundation brush, but you can blend it easily with a brush. It's not a super dry formula where it doesn't want to blend, but when it sets down, it's gorgeous. You can't see my pores. It just looks like a beautiful canvas and it's very smooth. So I really like this, especially on days that I don't have time to do a liquid foundation or I just don't want to. I go for this guy. However, it is very expensive and I've probably already gone through a lot of it already. It's not very much and I'm aware that it's very expensive and you don't even get an ounce in here, but that's because it's a stick foundation. But if you have extra money just kind of laying around for a new foundation, you should definitely give this one a try. And I do think this would work for all skin types, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that. Another foundation I've been loving in February is the Tarte Rainforest The Sea Water Foundation. In my wear test Wednesday, I talked about how I didn't know if this was rebranding or if it was a new formula because the top is different. It used to have a different, a little, you'd push it and then it would let the foundation out. This is just a dropper. So you squeeze the top and then the foundation comes out. This is great if you have dry skin or combination skin, it does pretty well with oily skin. Now, like I said, this is a water foundation. It's supposed to be very lightweight, not give full coverage, but just give a little bit of coverage to even out your skin tone. I have oily skin, but I find that at the end of the day, my skin does not look so oily. Now, it does seem to rub off my chin a little bit more than I would like after like 12 hours or so, but it's 12 hours. I mean, like, foundation's going to not look great after 12 hours. I love the finish of this on my skin. It looks very, very natural, very skin-like. I would say it's probably a good solid medium, like light medium coverage. And I'm going on a cruise in May. So I wanted to get a foundation that I could just kind of throw on, go throughout my day. It wouldn't look super heavy or cakey. It wouldn't feel heavy or cakey. And I think I found it. This is definitely going to be one of those lighter coverage foundation days, but also look good and last a pretty decent amount of time on my skin. Next, I have the L'Oreal Fresh Wear Infallible Foundation. I cannot get away from this. The only thing is it's very yellow, and it's a little too yellow for my skin tone. I think I'm more like neutral. This one also does not claim to be matte necessarily. It claims to be a fresh wear foundation, and that's exactly what it is. I think that this has an unbelievable flawless finish on your skin. If there is any foundation that I think looks fresh and like makes you look awake and just add a little bit of glow to your skin, it's this one. And it's so affordable. It's from the drugstore. This is probably my favorite foundation from the drugstore right now. It's got a glass bottle, so it looks really nice. It has a pump. Like, go L'Oreal. They rocked it with this one, and I've been using it almost every day of the month. Next, I have a concealer from e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. This is the bomb. Do the kids say the bomb anymore? I don't know. I'm gonna say it anyway. It's lit. It's lit. I don't know. This concealer is, I think, like $5 or $6. It's so affordable. I'm wearing it today. You can still see my dark circles a little bit. It's not as full coverage as the Jouer concealer. However, for the drugstore, for e.l.f. to come out with a concealer that like steals the game so much, and just like, it broke my brain a little bit when I put this on and realized how good it was. I cannot stop using this. When it comes to this versus a high-end concealer, I think I would probably go for this plus like add in my high-end concealer on days that I really want full coverage, like the Jouer one. But the Jouer one's like $30 and this is $5, and it does almost the same thing. It has a little less coverage, but it is matte. It does not crease very much underneath my eyes. It's almost there. So why not just pick up this instead of a high-end concealer? This probably has the same coverage, I would say, as the Tarte Shape Tape for sure. I'm going to include in here an oldie but a goodie. This is the Jaclyn Hill palette from Morphe. Now, I have just been, I guess, getting tired of going back and forth between different palettes that have some shades but not all the shades, and then like, I don't know, I'm just kind of picking back and forth between different palettes to make one look. Now this palette has all the shades. Has all the shades you'd ever want in a palette, and it's got a lot of very neutral wearable shades right here. So I've been using probably these top 3 rows the most. I've just been loving this palette. It is the palette that I've used probably the most in February. This is a hair item. This is the VERB Ghost Oil. It says it's a smoothing moringa blend and weightless hair oil. I use this after I get out of the shower. I spray the Living Proof like Restore. It's like a conditioning slash heat protectant slash detangler, basically, is what it is. That is like the holy grail hair product of life for me. But then I add this in at the very end of my hair. My hair is so long now. Ugh. But I use this when my hair is damp and I like wash it. I like dry it off a little bit with a towel, and then I add this in. I blow dry my hair, and this makes my hair feel so soft and very smooth. And this is a very lightweight product, so I've been loving this, and I honestly forgot I had it. I'm trying to use more hair products because I could just, my hair is not that way where I need hair products. However, I'm trying to use them because I bought them. So this was a good find that I honestly forgot I had. All right, I have 2 books to share with you, and that'll be the end of this favorites video. The first one that I read in February is Eleanor and Park, Have you guys ever read this book? It is so stinking cute and just so witty and funny and sarcastic. It is your teenagehood in a book, basically. It's all about weird, awkward moments that blossom into like a teenage love story, basically. It has some real life stuff in it that's not so fun to read about. The way that this book is written is so genius to me. Basically, it goes back and forth to Eleanor or Park. My mom brought me some cheese and I'm so excited right now. So it's written in a way where it goes back and forth between the two main characters. I love this book and I found it on that Thrift Books app that I talked about in my last favorites. I think this was like $3. It's crazy. If you haven't read it, you definitely should. It's a very like feel-good, funny book, but like I said, it does have some stuff in it that is like, ugh, that kind of sucks, you know? It's not just like your average teenage love story. I think it was just very, very wittily written. Is that a word? I don't know. That's a favorite. And then I have one book that I finished this morning. This is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. I had never read the whole series before and I finally am done with it. I don't know how to feel. I'm actually a little bummed. This book took me on an emotional roller coaster. I knew most of like the Harry Potter story, but I did not know in detail and I never read the books. This is amazing. If you haven't read the Harry Potter series, definitely go do that. This was another one that I found on Thrift Books for like $3 or $4 and it's huge. So, and it's in like really good condition. That is going to wrap up my favorites for the month. Let me know what some of your favorites are down in the comments. I'd love to know. I hope you guys are having a great day. Thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.